Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. Today we have some new in-game items, some questions from the community that are going to spark some discussion, as well as an interview with the senior art designer of Diablo Immortal. Stay tuned for all of that inside of this video. First things first is you will notice that a new battle pass has launched, and the cosmetics that we were discussing and sharing in the previous video are shown here. Notice on the wizard you have a little bit of a head here on this weapon cosmetic, and the staff has all of those skulls that jiggle around there. As you can see, I didn't buy the battle pass yet, but I will be doing that probably in just a few minutes. And this is the other cosmetic, which I'll share with you how it looks on all of the different classes. So we have the wizard, you have it on the barbarian, the monk, not bad looking on the monk, the demon hunter, weird mask, crusader, necromancer, blood knight, tempest, and the druid, where I believe this one should look the most at home. Not my favorite cosmetics here, guys, but that is all subjective. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, something worth noting for you newer players, or even for some of you that have been playing for a while, when you get to level 10 of the battle pass, you unlock the ability here to get a new shoulder piece. All right, we have new essences dropping really soon. I'm talking October 29th. We're basically a week away from today. We're going to be getting new essences for all classes. Not guaranteed that those essences are going to be here in the battle pass on this, but it's worth waiting before you claim that, just in case it is. And if you're a new player, just hang out until the new essences come and see if it's something you'd want. And if not, well, then you may have some new essences in there anyway. Yeah, now it's time that I get myself the battle pass. As always, I pick up the $4.99 version. And here we go. It's mine. The Empowered Battle Pass with the new cosmetics have been unlocked. And as always, if you want to, you can choose what class this goes on to. You could choose other classes. I'll just claim it here on my wizard. I'm also going to take, as always, the Telluric Pearls. Vessels of the Husk weapon has been unlocked. We'll get to the other stuff in a little bit. What I'm probably going to do is save, and I haven't even started yet, but I'm going to save all of my battle points until possibly the end of the month. Essentially, that's going to give me a massive XP turn in, and I should be able to get some additional progress from doing that because of my levels not exceeding too far above Server Paragon level. Now it's time we dive into a few comments that came through in the comment section from yesterday's video. This one actually a little bit of a discussion from Decon Gaming. Says, I'm not sure why people do normal bounties anymore. Why would we should all be doing Hellslayer for eternal gear? I have to say on that, 9 out of 10 times I don't get a piece of good gear. Actually, I'd say probably 1 out of 25 times I may get a good piece of gear that I could actually use, but often I do not from doing the Hellslayer bounties. We have J Amp saying, I failed both times I tried those. Most of us avoid them because of difficulty, especially as a new player 4 weeks in. And yeah, if you're a new player or if you're an underpowered player and you're trying to solo these types of Hellslayer bounties, or even just going into the pillars, you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be difficult. The bosses are going to be hard. Not the bounties themselves, but the Hellslayer bounty itself. It's gonna be a hard time for you. You're gonna want to team up with someone. Even me, when I started out with my wizard and I didn't have essences unlocked and just wasn't great, I struggled myself. And then Sarah says, I do 10 for my 10 Terror Essence and then do regular bounties because I think the platinum from selling the Terror Essences is more valuable right now. So she goes, sells it, gets the platinum, and finds more value in that. What do you guys think? Our next comment comes from Amir Nettles. He says, how do you all feel about the monk? Plays as Surge Striker monk. Overall, low-key been struggling with the last boss of Inferno 4, but I feel like the monk do all single damage, so any advice? I'm not a monk fan. It's probably one of my least favorite classes in the game. That said, you do have some players that really do love the monk and have put together some really solid builds, some of which you could check out inside of the game if you want to. But I feel like monk is one of the classes that has the least variety of builds that you can use. You're basically pigeonholed into one or two that are actually going to be viable for you. Again, that's coming from someone that is not a big monk player. Well, I avoid it at all costs. And lastly, we have these two comments. One saying, I stopped sending my pets to do bounties because they cheated you on the turn-in rewards. I never noticed a cheat on the turn-in rewards. Let me know if you guys have. I mean, I know you don't get all the stuff dropping out that you do when you run your normal bounties, and I know that you don't get the rewards that you get from running normal bounties, just from being in the world. But the convenience of not having to do them, I always felt was nice. I do like it as an option. And then we have West saying 230 green drops, all rubbish. And I gotta say, man, I've gotten a ton of greens over the last couple of days, and none of them have replaced anything inside of my build. And I want to share with you guys some details of this interview that was done by The Gamer. It's thegamer.com, interviewing Emil Salim, who is the main art guy for Diablo Immortal. So essentially, I'm going to summarize what was said inside of this interview, and I'll have it on the screen in case you want to read through it yourself. But is an overview here. Diablo Immortal had a rocky launch. They're giving us the whole backdrop of what went on with the game. Being mobile focused, heavily monetized, you know, yada yada, why everyone hated the game 3 years ago. But 3 years later, it's rebounded with 400,000 daily players and regular large-scale updates. We know we get these updates on a monthly basis. It's something that I love about Diablo Immortal that's consistently been happening over the years. He says, while player counts have dipped from millions at its December peak, Blizzard continues investing in experiences to sustain engagement. They're continuously doing updates so that we have more stuff coming to the game. All right? Now, the interview is with the lead artist from Diablo Immortal, Emil Salim, and this took place at the Brazil Game Show, and it was, again, done by the Gamer website. Salim attributes the game's success to the team's close collaboration with other communities, and a lot of this has to do with the collaborations they're doing with different Blizzard games and other different IPs they've been bringing to the game. They listen to feedback from the communities, they test experimental ideas, and continuously refine the gameplay. They say that the development team is never out of ideas, with many concepts awaiting implementation. And some highlights from the 4.1 patch: improved PvP systems, increased dungeon run speed, adjusted several zone reveal mechanics, and added a new main quest, the second to last before the final one, coming soon. The final one? Before the what does that mean? No more main quests after that? Next, they go into the art, and that's really his specialty, right? Creating hellish art on a small screen. Art development starts on large, big tablets. Then it's scaled and refined for mobile readability. Readability is the key. They say that the focus is on upper body detail, since it's most visible in the camera view. Makes sense, right? There's not a lot of view you get on the lowers. He says color saturation and brightness are used strategically to guide player focus, and visual noise is minimized for clear gameplay readability. I think there's something to this where you do have to have some type of minimalistic elements to it when you're watching the actual gameplay, so it's nice and clear and not just all cluttered. Next, they talk about the Halloween related items, and he said the upcoming Halloween theme, a failed marriage. The bride murdered by the husband returns as a ghost to kill him. Now, we did see some teases of this cosmetic recently. If you guys don't remember what those look like, this is the original form where everything is beautiful and nice, but then it swaps over to this version of the cosmetic, which looks really awesome. So it's basically been stated that these are the Phantom Market cosmetics coming to the game. They state that the visuals included here are bloody detail, dismembered limbs, floating groom's head, and ghost children that follow the player. That's gonna be pretty cool. The art team is unafraid of dark and gruesome imagery, which is part of why I love this game so much. Research includes skin conditions and body armor to achieve authentic monster designs, and creative meetings often debate levels of gore. Too much blood, half decapitation. Nice to see that the team is working together to come up with some of these great cosmetics. Obviously, I know some of the great cosmetics are limited to Phantom Market, which have a heavy price tag, But even though, in my opinion, as of late, the Battle Pass cosmetics have been a little lackluster, we have some really great ones from the past. And they close out the interview with Salim hinting to a lot of 2026 content already being finished and ready for rollout. Upcoming features will include new gameplay experiments. Recent Berserk collaboration was well received, and I think that it actually was very much. Another IP crossover is in development, but details remain secret. Could that be the StarCraft one? I'm not sure. What do you guys think? I like seeing a little bit of these sneak peeks that we got in here from Emil, and really like that Phantom Market cosmetic. So that's what's happening inside of the game today. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of that interview to see exactly what's up inside of Diablo Immortal. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe for daily Diablo Immortal videos, and guys, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.